Okay lads, so we're just going to start with a demonstration of the junior cycle warm-up for our circuits. So before you do any circuits, this is the warm-up you're going to do. Obviously we've been doing this with me, but in future if you guys decide to do a circuit by yourselves, this is the warm-up we're going to go through. So first up we have our back rolls, lying on our backs, 90-degree angles with our knees and legs, and we're just rolling side to side for 10 on each side with them. So that is our back rolls, the first exercise of our warm-up. From there, we're going to stay on our backs, just show you side angle, into our hip lifts, double leg, so tucking our feet in towards our bum, pressing our feet into the floor and raising the hips up to the sky. Going to squeeze that for a second at the top. And we're going to go for 10 of them as our second exercise in the warm-up. Okay, moving on to an upper body activation. We've got our letters, so our I, Y, W and T. Imagining our hips are like a door hinge. We're going to hinge over to the floor, and now we're just going to make them shapes with our arms. So I, Y, W and T. We're going to do 5 rounds of this. I, Y, W and T. And it's imagining as if you have a tennis ball or a grape or something small, squeezing that in between your shoulder blades. So I squeezing the shoulder blades, Y squeezing them back together, W and T. Alright, from there going to move back into a lower limb activation, our lateral lunge. So my feet pointing forward. From here, just going to lunge out to the side, sitting my ass back onto the chair. Lunge out to the side and sitting back onto the chair. Keeping them toes pointing forward all the time. I don't want you to be coming down like that with your toes pointing out. Straight forward, side to side for 8 each side on them. Okay, back to an upper body warm up then. What we're doing is press drops. So just show you standing up first. My arms aren't going to move from that lockout position, okay? They're going to stay completely straight, locked out. All I'm doing is dropping my shoulder blades back. So I'm down in a push-up position, but my arms are fully locked out. And from here, I'm just dropping my shoulder blades. Okay, so we have 10 of these to do. Keeping my arms locked out, just dropping my shoulder blades down. Next one, we're just going to warm up the ankles a little bit. So just on one leg, hopping side to side with our ankle hops. Okay, 10 on the left and 10 on the right. They're nice and easy. Get a line on the floor and just go side to side of it. Okay, squat pattern. I'm going to demonstrate this one from the side. So reaching up to the sky first on our tippy toes. Touching down all the way to our toes. Keep that chest up. Remember what we said, imagine someone's got a rope there behind you and they're pulling you back up into position. From here I'm going to raise my right arm, left arm and up into a squat. Okay, so tippy toes, down and touch the toes, chest up, someone's pulling me back, right arm, left arm and squat up. And remember to keep them feet fully planted on the floor. Finishing off our warm-up, men, is just our plank. Okay, straight plank. When I'm in that plank position, straight line from my shoulder through my hip, knee, all the way to my ankle. And we're just gonna hold that for 20 seconds. So, no asses up, no hips down. Should be able to draw that imaginary straight line. Okay, one full round of that, and that's our warm-up for the junior circuits. Okay lads, so this is the first junior cycle circuit. We're just going to run through it. Now a football, medicine ball, school bag full of books, whatever you have handy to you. You're just going to need that, a towel, and then all you need is yourself. Okay, so we're starting off with our squats. So coming down nice and slow. I want everyone to count out in their head. 3, 2, 1 and up. 3, 2, 1 and up. 3, 2, 1 and up. My chest is staying up. As I go down, I'm pushing the ball out as I come up, that ball is coming back in. Feet, as if I'm crushing grapes under my feet, or my heels are nailed down to the floor. They're not going anywhere throughout the whole squat. Okay, so 8 of these is the first exercise of our circuit. Big chest. Remember, someone's got that rope attached to our back, pulling us back. Okay, next exercise of our circuit is the push-up. Now those who've been tuning in on Zoom, you've heard us talking about these chicken arms. So I don't want anyone's elbows flaring out. We want to keep our elbows tucked in by our ribs when we're doing our push-ups. And chest all the way to the floor, and a full lockout of the arms at the top. So 1 full rep, chest to the floor and up. Chest to the floor and up. Now again, I don't want them elbows coming out. Keep them tucked in by the ribs. Chest to floor and press up. And press up. Okay? We have 10 of them. Our single leg RDLs. Remember, this is a challenging one, so if we do need to lean against anything, grab banisters, couch, chair, whatever it is, and all we're doing, acting as if our hips is that door hinge, and we're just opening and closing the door. So slight bend in this knee, and from there it doesn't move. And now all I'm doing is opening and closing that door. So it's all rotation around my hips as the axis. Okay, they're the hinge. Now you should be feeling the pressure coming through the hamstring of our planted leg on this one. So we have 6 of these on each side. And I'm just going to show you from the front. For those of you guys who find that easy, you can go freestanding. But what we want to make sure is that we keep those hips closed. So when I hinge over, that back leg is pointed straight at the ground. Okay? Don't want to see any toes coming out. So then we're opening up our hips. Hips are the hinge. Close the door. Pointing that back foot straight at the ground. Okay, so we have 6 of them each side, keeping our hips closed. Imagine you've got 2 lasers or beams on your hips. Point them straight down at the ground. Okay. Next up, we have our towel row. So remember, all times, keep tension in that towel. We're trying to tear it apart in the middle. Same thing with our hips. They're the door hand or the door hinge. Hinge over, chest to floor, and from here, I'm just pulling in just under my nipple line. Okay, keeping tension in that towel at all times. There should not be any slack in the towel. So we've got 10 of these to do. And then we're into our next exercise, double leg hip lift. So again, lying on our backs, tucking our heels in towards our bum, pressing our feet against the floor, and from here, just pushing my hips up to the sky, making sure you're squeezing them glutes at the top of the movement. Okay, so we have 8 reps of these. It's our second last exercise of the circuit. And to finish, onto our straight plank. So remember, straight line, we should be able to draw it from our shoulder all the way to our ankle. So we've got 30 seconds on the straight plank. No asses up, no hips down. Keep that straight line and hold it for 30 seconds. Okay, then that's 1 full round of the circuit done. You have a 2-minute rest and we do 5 rounds. So that's circuit 1 of the junior cycle.